why would a leader, political leader, an MP, just decide to come out from where he was running towards the president and end up being ashamed? Welcome back to Vana Media. My name is Boniface Owino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. This issue of financial bill has brought a lot of problems and a lot of questions in the Republic of Kenya, whereby people are asking themselves, even the members of parliament themselves, they are saying that they've not read the financial bill. It is when now they're starting to read it right now. I had Peter Salasia saying that when we remember when Eric Omondi decided to go on the street of CBD and approach the parliament, Peter Salasia was trying to correct Eric Omondi by saying that what Eric Omondi did was wrong. There is no way you can call members of parliament thieves or liars, yet they've not even read the financial bill. And that one brings me to the topic of today. PS of Treasury, that is Dr. Chris Kiptoo, had an interview on Citizen TV, and the response that he was giving, the thing that he was saying are totally different from what we were expecting. And this man is a doctor, and I wonder how doctorate connects with the Treasury. You're a doctor, and instead of being a doctor, being in the line of doctorate, you're being shifted to the line of Treasury. They doesn't add up. I wanted to listen to the way this man was contradicting himself. He could not even answer a very simple question on the issue of tax on motor vehicles.
A charge of 2.5% every year, which is tax on tax, isn't it?
I probably it would have been good if you concentrated in my discussion with you today on the appropriation bill.
No, we'll get there.
We are here today.
We'll get there shortly. I just want to get this out of the way.
Because the issue of motor vehicle is being taken in a it is being twisted in a way that
Principal Secretary, yes. I am so happy because you're in studio, because you've been told that it is the National Treasury who is the originator, and you're here. Just help us to understand. That's all we need.
No, this is supposed to be a property. It's like a charge. It's like a tax on your asset.
Yep.
Yes. So it's supposed
tax
to work.
On asset.
Yes.
So how do you determine the value of the motor vehicle?
But it's based on the valuation that comes. When you buy a vehicle, there's always the year manufacturer, the make, and you're able to determine before you even get an insurance, there has to be a valuation.
So the insurer values your car based on everything, including a value of the car which includes taxes. The import duty itself. No, you want to tax that car inclusive of the import duty.
I think every transaction, there are many different types of taxes. You can have an income tax, and that could be you have a property income from property.
Yep.
Or you can also tax from income. And you can have other indirect taxes.
Yep.
So this is one form of taxing. And we are saying anyone who has a vehicle. Yep. It used to be even previously there were licenses for every vehicle that used to go on the road.
It was called road license.
Road license. So it is similar to that.
And now today there's road maintenance levy in a liter of petrol.
Yeah, and it could, by the way,
18 shillings.
By the way, we have had those options where sometimes instead even of having a motor vehicle circulation, it could you could as well change and do a road maintenance levy. But we felt that we didn't need to do that because it would affect also many other people who necessarily do not even have vehicles. I mean, because anyone who pays for petroleum would mean that you have also to include the levy, and that really we didn't want to go through that.
There is something that I want us to understand. I want us to understand this issue of IMF and World Bank Organization and why they keep on giving restrictions or giving orders, or they keep on giving people agreement. There are some of the things that you have to agree on before they help you. And I talked about these things here. I talked about this here, but I just want to repeat it for those who have not watched the video. I said very well that the IMF and World Bank Organization, before they give you support or before they give you the money that you want, before they lend you the money that you want, there's some of the agreements that you have to adhere to, and you have to get into with them so that they give you they lend you the money. And these third world countries, the developed countries or continent, normally have got specific organizations that they allow you to go and borrow, to go and take money from. That is IMF and World Bank Organization. Now, I want us to discuss this issue of financial bill 2024-2025 in Kenya. This is the thing. Almost all these people do not know what the financial bill entails, and that is why even when they are in public, they cannot explain what is the financial bill. They don't understand anything, and that is why if someone is asked about the tax on bread, they can't explain why they're taxing bread. When they ask why they're taxing cars, they can't explain why, because these are the conditions that they have been given. And the person that gave them these conditions did not explain to them very well. The Financial Bill Act, this financial bill was given by the people, by the organization, these organizations. And I think these are the instructions that they were given, but the president was given by these organizations, that before we lend you money, these are the things that you're supposed to do for your country or in your country. And that is why even the wheelbarrows, the tires of wheelbarrows, we had a Muchomba talking about that a wheelbarrow, that tire right now it's 700, but when the financial bill will be read, it will run from 700 to 1,700. So it will have an increment of 143%, which brings to 1,700 Kenya shillings. So these are the conditions, and many other things, like the taxes on bread and all that. So are you seeing? So these are the conditions that this country must meet in order to get help from these third world countries. And that is why even these members of parliament cannot even stand and defend what these CSs and PSs cannot stand and defend what they're trying to support. Why? Because they don't understand anything on it. And that is why when the PS of Treasury was called, that is Dr. Chris was asked to explain what they're taxing, where they want to tax where they're taxing cars, he could explain. Why? Because they don't understand. The point is, these guys don't understand anything on this financial bill. And another thing, if the whole PS of Treasury cannot explain why they're taxing these things, what do you expect from an MP who have not even read it? Do you think these MPs will have got the opportunity, or they will have that power to say that we cannot pass this thing, especially those from Kenya Kwanza? Because, okay, I've had the reasons why I'm saying that these members of parliament will have no power on this is if a member of parliament that comes from Kiambaa can say this, that there is John Njuguna. John Njuguna is saying that yes, the people of Kiambaa elected me, but I'm in parliament to serve, represent the will and the wishes of President William Ruto and his government. I cannot go against my master and friend, the majority leader KIMANI ICHUNGWA. I will vote yes. So are you seeing? So let me this one brings me to this discussion that it has reached a point that now we understand that these members of parliament, they don't work for people. They work for the president. And that is why this member of parliament is saying that Njuguna is saying that he cannot vote against, he cannot go against his master. So they're doing this in favor of the president, not in favor of the Kenyans. Without remembering that the people that want them to defend them in parliament for this bill not to be passed are the people that elected them. This man is saying very well that I cannot vote no. Why? Because I cannot go against my master. And I can also I cannot also not go against my friend KIMANI ICHUNGWA. So they're doing this thing in order not to provoke William Ruto. But there is something that we also have to understand, that these members of parliament must understand, that if at all they will fail in the coming election 2027, in which most of them will not go back to their seats, William Ruto, whom they want to vote yes in favor of, will not even pick their calls. That is something that we need to understand. That if these people vote yes, and the way these people are continuing to mistreat the Kenyan, the common mwananchi, coming 2027, if at all even one member of parliament, if at all even Kimani Ichung'wa himself will fail to be elected, people like Kimani Ichung'wa, people like Kipchumba Murkomen, people like Oscar Sudi, if at all they will fail to be re-elected again by their people, they will try to call the president, but the president will not pick their calls. And during the general election, president will not be at their rescue. He can campaign for them, he can give people money, but if people saying will not vote for this person, will not vote for this person. Why? Because if there is someone that you cannot convince otherwise after they've made their mind, or after he has made his mind, are the voters. And that is why GACHAGUA was saying that the voters are always right. They can watch you, but they are waiting you somewhere. You can mistreat them. You can mistreat them around here. You can do anything and everything you want to do, but they are waiting for you there. So I think, so in short, these people, and Oledemo Nekina also said that, and I think I also talked about this, or that this issue of public participation. The public participation is good when they come out publicly, they come out outside and maybe ask you what you think, the signatures, but they don't apply them. I see. You participate in public participation, but after participating, there is nothing that is being done. It ends there. They don't even need your thoughts. They don't need what you think. They don't want to hear what you think. This is what Oledemo Lekina was said very well. That I can tell you as a politician and as a parliamentarian, that whenever we have public participation, we collect the views of the public, but we do not consider them. That's a fact. So for those who have been crying outside, I've been going for public participation, you've understood now. You've heard what Oledemo Lekina is saying. That those are just views, but they're not even considered. So my point is that why would these people be in all big offices, yet they can't even explain themselves? And another question is this: that who exactly in Kenya Kwanza is an expert? No, let me just ask this genuinely. I'm just asking this genuinely. That who in Kenya Kwanza is an expert? Because let us go to members of parliament. The members of parliament themselves, if they go on a debate, what they say is null and void. Go to the KRA officials. What KRA officials are saying, and right now we've gone now even to the PSS. Now, are you seeing what the PSS, the game that the PSS are doing for us, like the things that they are saying in front of the cameras, in front of the public? What they are saying, they are shaming themselves. So who exactly in Kenya Kwanza is an expert? Who exactly knows what is doing in this regime of Kenya Kwanza? My thought on this financial bill is this. And I would like to tell you, if you are watching this, I would like to tell you this thing for free. I think most of the people have done it. I also did it to my member of parliament. You can just SMS your member of parliament and tell him, please, for the sake of common mwananchi who voted for you, please vote no. Because if they vote yes, it will be a hell. Kenya will be like hell. You know, people are suffering. People are crying every now and then. Satan is tormenting people, and then the government is also tormenting people. Now I don't know the way the level of depression will increase in the country. I don't know how it will happen. I don't know what will happen if this bill is passed, if these members of parliament votes yes. So my cry and my plea and my view is this: that the hard work and the strength of a common mwananchi lies in the hands of our members of parliament.
Kulingana na hiyo mapepekezi ile inakuja ya kuongeza uchuru na kuleta hiyo bajeti ya kuongezea mwananchi mkate na kuongeza pesa ya gari. Sisi tunataka kuonya wabunge wote, wale wanasikia hii lugha ya Kiswahili na wale wanasikia Kikuyu hata Kiingereza, wasidhubutu kupitisha hiyo kitu. na wakidhubutu kupitisha hiyo kitu watatukuta hapa machinani. Na unajua wanaendaga hivyo, wanapewa, wanarushiwa mkate nusu, mwingine anapewa madasibiri pale, atiamuka asubuhi uende wapitishe. Tunawapea onyo nikiangalia hii kamera, wasidhubutu kupitisha hiyo. Na hiyo ingine ya one challenge, one vote na one man, tunaitaka sisi wote wa Mount Kenya. Na si mtu wa Mount Kenya, mtu yote iko Kenya na ako na mwanafunzi anafundisha shule, haezi pigana na hiyo. Na tukiona mbunge ambaye anapigana na hiyo ni kama hana mtoto, na ni kama anachukua pesa ya serikali anarusha mfuko ya nyuma. Kwa hivyo tunawaoni hiyo mambo yao ya kupitisha vitu ovyo ovyo kwa serikali, wakome kabisa.
I repeat, right now the hard work, the strength, the struggle and the mistreatment of a common mwananchi lies in the hands of our members of parliament. Because the moment they will vote yes next week, like I've said, that will be the turnaround of the suffering. That will be the beginning of suffering, cry and pain. And most probably, there will be a lot of depression in this country. But if they vote no, we'll be very lucky and will be helped. I don't know what to think. I also like to listen in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. You can also tell me where you're watching us from. If you're within the country, you can tell me which country are you watching us from. And if you're outside the country, it is also good to tell me which country are you watching us from. And as I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing, any form of communication. I will not fail to say thank you to those who are giving your support, because without your support, this channel cannot grow and we cannot grow at the rate at which we are growing. I'm very happy. We are approaching 10K. I really appreciate you. Please make us. I just want us to reach 10K before the end of next month, or if it's possible, before the end of this month. Let us hit 9K, and then coming next month we reach 10K, so that we can go to the next step, because we have a lot of things to do. We want to implement new things in the Havana media. We want to do a lot of things, so that we can make sure that you get this information very fast, in a very fast and a very good and a pleasant way. And until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Owino. Bye bye.